Hi everyone, it's Pally here from Stripe Consultants. Hope you're doing well and having a great day. I just want to touch on residency visas and how you obtain a residency here in the UAE. There are several schemes now that have been released by the local authority and the government here in regards to how you can get a residency visa. But today I'm just going to talk to you about one of the most common ones for entrepreneurs. So the easiest way to get a residency visa if you're an entrepreneur is to open a business over here, and the business ends up essentially becoming your sponsor and issues you your visa. So you open up your company and then you apply for your visa through that company. So the process is pretty straightforward. If you're outside of the country, we can basically do the majority of the processing while you're away, and you'll get issued with a travel document which you'll travel into Dubai just to finish your visa process off. Yes, so you do need to visit Dubai to finish the process off because a small, simple medical exam is required, and then a biometrics appointment is required as well so that your Emirates ID can be issued. So all in all, you need to spend around 7 to 10 days, we find, in the UAE to complete that part of the process and that part of the journey. And then what you'll get at the end of it is a 2-year residency visa. To keep the visa valid, however, you do need to visit the UAE once every 180 days. There's no minimum stay requirement, so you could actually, hypothetically, come into Dubai airport, walk through immigration, come outside, turn around and go back in and go back onto your flight to wherever you're going. So it's just essentially that you need to do a pass-through 180 days to keep it valid. So that is a residency visa in a nutshell. There's obviously a little bit more to the process, which we're happy to run you through on a call. So feel free to reach out and we can jump on a discovery call with either myself or one of my colleagues. Take care.